Okay, children of the corn, today we're going to be doing a review on my ProVenture Hex Tarp, which is in this pouch right here. And we're going to be doing a quick review on it and a description. And also, I would like you to know that at the end of this video, you're going to hear a little story about this tarp, because this tarp had an adventure all on its own. So stay tuned. Okay, as we spread the tarp out on the ground, you'll see that it is 12 feet long and 9 feet wide. It has 6 corners or tie down points to it, and we'll get more into that in more of a close-up shot. The stitching along the seams, along the spine, all seems good. Oops, let's get that back into focus there. There are no dropped loops. There's no tangles from, say, a bad shuttle or a bobbin malfunction or anything like that. Everything looks good. The loops in the corners where your tie downs and your grommets are located at are all double stitched, top and bottom, with the zigzag. Whoops, there we go. Focus. Zigzag stitching. The stitching itself looks good on the entire unit. Okay, now the tarp is made of I understand sort of how they measure fabrics. This is 210D. It just means really thin. That's the weight of denier is the weight of so much thread per 1,000 yards or something like that. It's weird. It's a lot like how you measure leather. Like 8-ounce leather is really thick. 8-ounce leather means that 1 square foot of it weighs 8 ounces. Blah blah blah. It's kind of the same thing here. The only thing you really need to remember is that the smaller the number, the thinner the material is. This is made of 100% ripstop nylon, and you won't be able to see it because I don't have lenses that'll focus close enough, but there are small reinforcing threads. I think it's every ½ inch in the material. It's really hard to see, but basically what it's designed to do is that if you were to puncture this or tear it, it would only go so far, and then those threads those heavier threads act as a backup and keep it from ripping anymore. That's nothing new. A lot of the military style nylon, 100% nylon clothing you see is ripstop. My first experience with that would be in the military. A lot of our fatigues was made out of ripstop nylon, and I believe the first time they used that was actually during the Vietnam War. I'm not exactly 100% sure on that. I didn't Google it or DuckDuckGo it or Bing it or anything like that, but that would be my first recollection of ever hearing that. And most camping gear today is made of some sort of ripstop nylon. I should have been holding up like this the whole time. As of the making of this video, the ProVenture Survival Tarp is available only in basic black, obviously not including the border, which I just realized. But anyway, that's fine because it works out great if you're going to one of those little intimate survival cocktail parties or an intimate soiree out in the woods. That should be just fine. I don't know if they will ever be making any new colors for this, but you can check it out, but I don't think so as of this video. It's available only in basic black. Now the ProVenture 12'x9 Survival Hex Tarp comes with a 2-year warranty on materials and workmanship. I don't imagine I would go to them saying, can you replace my tarp, if, you know, a bear ripped it apart or anything like that. But 2-year warranty on materials and workmanship. So let's go and set up the ProVenture Survival Hex Tarp in 2 different fashions. We're going to do like a simple tent fashion, then we'll do an awning fashion style setup, which is going to take a little bit more setup. You won't have to watch the whole thing, I promise, because I know you're already getting tired of this video. So there'll be like a real quick time-lapse thing where it's just that kind of thing. I'm not going to make you sit through 10-15 minutes of me setting up a tent or anything like that. It'll just be like a quick montage of clips to get that done in both the tent and the awning style. So let's go do that on another day because it's snowing outside. I don't know if you can see it. Well, Okay, as you can see, it has snowed a bit, and the temperatures have really dropped well below zero. Today is probably our second day in 2 weeks it actually got above zero. Been down in the minus teens and lower. So we're going to set up our ProVenture survival tarp awning style out in the woods. I found a place that's pretty clear. Not that you'd know it by the trail out to where we're going to set it up at, but we're almost there. So sit tight and we'll get this thing set up. Just look at each split. Okay, here's our spot. As you can see, it's nice and level and clear. Hard to find that in this particular area. We're going to secure our tarp to that tree, run a line to this tree, and then set up a couple poles possibly. I readied 2 poles, or it looks like there's only one, but there's 2 there. I don't think I have enough 550 cord with me today to run to the other trees to secure the awning part, so we will probably end up using those poles and then just stake them into the ground with guy lines. But anyway, let's get started. Okay, we're going to secure our line about head height or so up in this tree using 550 cord and this little plastic carabiner. These carabiners come with the Fun in the Sun slimline pouches that I like to use. We're just going to secure that around there like that. Quick, makes it quick and easy. And we're going to go out to the other tree and secure that end quick. Okay, we have our carabiner here. We're going to just slide our free end through and put tension on it. I'm going to have to hold this camera manually, I guess. Ta-da! Can you see that? And then you're pulling on the tag end, and the Prusik knot is holding, and it puts tension on the line. You know, like I said, you don't have to retie the taut line hitch every time. It's always there ready for you. So I'm going to set this camera down and tie this line off to the tree. Okay, our tarp is strung. I have it secured on this end, just with a piece of 550 cord with 2 half hitches to the carabiner. I basically did the same thing on the other end, just quick and easy, lemon squeezy. Okay, we've got our first guy wire on the back side ready to go. This is one that goes down low, and we're going to just nail her into the ground right there. I guess nailing is the wrong word. Let me zoom in a bit. Doon, doon, doon. Readjust. Here's our stake. I got it kind of pre-positioned. Just because I don't have a cameraman, we're just going to tap that into the very, very frozen ground and do the other side, and then all we need to do is the front, and we will be done. Okay, now you can see I have placed one of the poles up underneath the corner of the tarp. Usually I have gloves or socks or something like that extra with me, something padded to keep it from ripping the tarp itself. That's a pretty good idea. It takes a long time to smooth the log out, or a pole out, right? So since I'm always getting my gloves wet and stuff, and I hate wet hands, I always have something to use as a pad. And I would highly recommend that. After all, you spent good money on the tarp. Now all we have to do is take this here guy line, I don't know if you can see that, and attach it to the ground and do the other side, and we will be done. I don't know if you can hear it, but my dog has found something over on the side of the mountain that she is very intent on. And I have a problem with porcupines, so I have to kind of wrap this up and go check on her and make sure she is okay. She's having fun right now, but it can be trying, to say the least. Ta-da! And we'll do the other side and we'll call her done. And there we go, a simple awning style, high enough to sit under, get out of the rain, and just enjoy the afternoon. I got to take a little bit of a sag out with tensioning my guy wire. I have to move it just a little bit. But there you have it. A nice way to get out of the rain, enjoy the afternoon, or survive. Anyway, I have to go over there because I hear my dog. She's very excited, and hopefully she's not too far up the side of that frickin' mountain. Anyway, I will be back. So there you have it, the ProVenture 12'x9 Hex Tarp. Easy little awning type of setup we did right now. I'm going to tear it down and head back to the house, and on the way we're going to close up this video. Burr, kids. It's about 15 below right now. It's not the same day. I had things to do, so I didn't shoot up the closing. That's what we're doing right now in this frigid weather. What do I think of the ProVenture 9x12 Hex Tarp? Well, it seems to be made pretty well. I couldn't find any defects or flaws in it at all. It's roomy. If you were to be out camping or backpacking and you'd find yourself in bad weather for a period of time, it's got more than enough room for you and your gear, so you're not going to have to sacrifice letting your gear get wet or snowed on or anything like that. Plenty of room. It's fairly compact. It's lightweight. It weighs 1.8 pounds, and backpackers and stuff are just really nitpicky about how much everything weighs and writing everything down and stuff. Quite personally, I don't think 1.8 pounds is debilitating at all. I like the tarp. It only comes in one color as far as I know. I didn't really check out on Amazon to see if they're making any more colors for it. It only comes in black. It used to come in a couple other colors, but they discontinued them because they weren't popular enough, which I understand that. If you're not selling blue, why make blue, right? I am an Amazon affiliate marketer as well as some other affiliate marketing programs. If you are interested in taking a closer look at this tarp, just scroll down underneath this video, look down in the description area, just scroll down and you'll see a link to Amazon. You'll get more information on it there. If you decide to buy this tarp, I will get a small commission from Amazon. It doesn't add anything to your cost. It's all paid to me by them. It won't change anything at all other than it will, help me buy food for my dog and clothing and gear for me that'll help keep me warm, because obviously it's, like I said, it's about 15 below right now. It's 1 in the afternoon. And here I am, you can see my cheeks are red. Like, oh. And I'm out here without gloves on because I can't manipulate the phone with gloves on. So hand goes in the pocket kind of thing. But if you do that, I would really appreciate it. Help me make a little bit of a living out here and make more videos and do more stuff. So that would be great if you do that. I'd really appreciate it. I got to get on this walk with my dogs. If I don't start moving, I'm going to freeze in place and I won't thaw out till probably June. So anyway, you take care. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope it wasn't too long. And we'll see you on the next one. Oh, I almost forgot. The tarp, my ProVenture 9x12 Hex Tarp, had an adventure without me this summer. So if you want to keep watching, I'm going to tell you about that adventure. So keep watching. And now for the story. Now for the rest of the story. I bought this tarp quite a while ago, and it normally stayed on my day pack, on the bottom of my day pack. I had it all strapped in. And as I was going into town to do some work, I took my day pack along with me. Not that I needed it, but I needed it as a prop for a video or two I was going to shoot. For no other reason. I didn't need a survival pack or anything like that in town, but I took it with me. Anyway, after I got into town, I was shooting this video, and I realized my tarp was missing. My ProVenture survival tarp was missing. I looked all over for it. It didn't go anywhere except from the house where I was staying to the truck to where I was shooting the video. So it wasn't like I was out in the wilderness anywhere. I was in, basically I was in a gravel pit, okay? I looked all over for it. I just think, what the heck could happen with this tarp? Anyway, the only thing that could have happened was obviously that it fell out of its straps somewhere along the trail, and I was going to find it possibly on the way back. So I just kind of wrote it off, didn't think about it anymore. I come back up home, kind of got in the back of my mind, start looking for it and stuff, didn't see it anywhere. I mean, it's pretty shiny black, so, and it's not, if it falls off the four-wheeler, it's not going to go like sailing, it's just going to plop on the ground, so it should be in the trail. Well, I didn't see it anywhere. I come up here to do a freight run and do a moose hunt and blah, 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 blah. On my way out, 8-10 days later, I'm basically driving down the trail, maybe 100 yards from the cabin, and I see this black tarp in the middle of the trail. And by then, it didn't connect at all for 2 or 3 seconds, and then all of a sudden went bing, 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 lights going off. My tarp was sitting right in the middle of the trail. So I didn't have time to really inspect it or anything like that, so I just wadded it all up and stuck it in a pocket of something, and there was nothing else. There was no accessory pouch. There was no main pouch. Nothing. Just the tarp. Well, I inspect the tarp later, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. Now, what happened was a bear found it and somehow got it out of the pouch. Did something with the pouch, did something with the accessory pouch, God knows what. But I looked all over. There was not one tooth mark, not one claw mark, nothing on this pouch. Nothing, not the pouch, the tarp. Nothing. Perfect shape. Fast forward, I come back up on my final run to come up here for the winter. And so I've been hauling freight up for about 3 or 4 days. And on my very last run, I come into the last section of my trail and I see, hold on, I see a big wad of this stuff in the trail. I'm going, what the heck is this? From a distance, it actually looked like a pile of bear poop, because brown bear poop, and it wasn't a brown bear that did this, it was probably a black bear, makes a black puddle full of berries and stuff. But so I stop and what the heck? And all of a sudden again, of course, semi-delayed instant recall, I walk up to it, and here's all of the guy lines that are still connected together. They're still kind of wound up together in the middle of the trail, along with the tent stakes and the little accessory pouch. Well, I gathered that up, and then I see the actual pouch that the tarp comes in. And it's shredded. It's toast. I threw it away. I wish I would have kept it for the video. But I'm trying to figure out, as destroyed as that pouch was, how the bear got this out, spread it across the trail, and somehow put the other stuff back in the trail at a later date, because these were not in the trail when I left. The only thing I found was the tarp. And then I made 6 to 8 passes on that same stretch of trail. And it's an open trail. It's a very established trail. I use it all the time. And there was no sign of this until that last trip. Anyway, I got my tarp. It's undamaged. All the accessories are there, except for the only thing that did not survive was the actual pouch itself, which I remedied because I bought this at Army Surplus store for $5. Believe it or not, it looks brand new. I don't know what this was designed to hold, but it fits the tarp perfectly. And that's the story. My tarp had a bigger adventure than I did. And the thing is it's not talking. I don't know what it went through. I don't know if it screamed, cried, laughed. I don't know. All I know is I got my tarp back. Thank you, Mr. Bear. Anyway, that's it. And I just realized that this story is as long as the actual review video. Sorry. Anyway, stranger things happen all the time. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.